Hello and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal and this is episode 12 of Factorio. So, since the last episode, I've done a couple of things. I have not done any more science, I have not actually built anything new. What I have done is added in this section just about here. With these. These are input-output lane balancers. So let me find. I was going to say let me find where one's backed up, but of course where one is in action, but of course everything is backed up. So let's do some science. It turns out that the batteries are next. That should maybe get some stuff going. Okay, so if we just look at this one here, this one is quite isolated so you can see what's going on. If I just pinch a bunch of those, that should get all of those working again, which should get this guy working. Okay, so you can see these inserters are only taking from the near side of this belt. What this does is organize things so that it takes actually even from both sides. Now usually that is not an issue. However, with the system I've got peeling off just one side of the belt, making sure it's compressed, it turns out that it does matter. Because if one side is backed up, it can back up past here and things get diverted and belts aren't fully compressed. And say if this one here does need both sides of the belt, then this one can cause an issue with it, I think. Anyway, I've fixed it now. Basically every time I've pulled off, I've put one of those lane balancers in. Some of them, because I wasn't intending to put them in, I've had to sort of squeeze in weird places. Essentially, you just have to trust me that it works. A couple of things I also just had to move down a little bit. But that's the only actual changes that I've made. So let's just get rid of that green science that I picked up. Oh, I've got some red as well. There you go. And I think they deserve the light as well. Okay, next I wanted to get started on collecting this ore patch up there. So let's go grab some stuff. So I really don't need that many grenades on me. What I do want are those. I should probably stock up on those as well. Oh, that's that done. Okay, what I'll do, I'll go up there with big power poles, I think. And I want to bring it down to about here-ish. Okay, let's get started. Now, I will eventually, at least, look into getting train lines around. This is, after all, a rail world. But not yet. I'd like to get a little further on the main bus before I start messing around with trains too much. So, at least to start with, this is just going to be on a horrendously long belt. Here we go. Right, these guys. I'm just going to just go back and forth, basically fully compressing them. This one is an actual rock. There we go. Moving on, fluid wagon. This one is also an actual rock. That one is not. This one is. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. And of course, there's 67, less than 200 iron. I'm going to put that there, just covering these two. It's 195 iron. Just because I find it slightly annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Okay. So how should I do this? These two can probably merge together easily enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll merge these two as well. It's getting dark again. Whoop. This one here I'll just side load because it really doesn't need to be that fancy. Okay. That really doesn't need to be there. Okay, so you come down, you come down there, you can come up to there, you can come to there. Gonna move everything down a bit. Move this one back here because it really doesn't need to be all the way out there. It's just a waste of good belts. And you're going to come down there. Next science, lab speed. Okay, then I'm going to have everybody's favorite four belt balancer. Oops. And once things are flowing, I reckon this should be able to compress maybe 4 belts. Anyway, power poles. Let's hook this up. Yeah, I don't have enough steel on me for medium poles. And there, and here, and here, and here. Okay. Now they should all be hooked up together, just for the sake of consistency. Yeah, that looks neat enough. Typical. There. Okay, let's head back. Really is a rather long way. That should, of course, there's no radar up there. Oh, next one, plastics. I am nowhere near plastics. So, I've got enough belts. I'm going to run at least another line of this back up there. Here comes the iron. Well, we've definitely got one compressed belt. That's good. Looks like we've got 2 compressed belts as well. Let's see if I can just bring all 4 down. Looks like it's keeping up with it. It's getting too dark to tell now anyway. So let's just bring these down. And there should be plenty of iron for us to use into the near future. Oh, this one's a real rock. Okay, now what I'm thinking is if I fully compress one belt and have that belt lead straight into this smelting area. And then have one fully compressed belt feeding into this area. And we can do the same for another 3 smelting columns. That one's not even entirely fully compressed. Oh well. Oh, plastics are already done. Okay. Alright, so let's see, how many steel furnaces do I have ready? Why is there coal everywhere? 41. You have run out of mining stuff. You've still got 1,000 left. Just move that down there so it still gets stone incoming. I think all of the stone has been mined out from under these, yeah. Okay. So if I wanted to put the next one in. No, that's actually not right. I lied, it is right. Ignore me. No, I mean, or don't ignore me, I guess, because I was right. Oh, going through science much faster than other stuff at the moment. Okay. Interesting. No, I was right the not first time. The blueprint's wrong, that's what it is. Because I actually need to blueprint that. To go there. That's better. Okay. Alright, let's get to work on putting this lot down then. I don't need another thing there. I should, just as a temporary, in fact I'll just put the power poles in first. Don't even need it as a temporary measure kind of thing. There you go. That should get the copper working again. Okay, so this is that'll give me another 2 columns outgoing here. Where's the blueprint? There it is. That's where the next one goes. I've done something a bit weird here. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what it is I've done. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 outputs. Anyway, that is the end of the episode. I'll figure out exactly what it is I've done. Maybe move some stuff around to fit things in properly this time. In the meantime, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.